Let go of my arm.
I want her out of here now.
Don't do something you're going to be sorry for.
Frankie? Frank, what is going on? Please tell me what is going on.
Sweater, just stay out of this, okay, please?
No, honey, I'm not going to stay out of it. Tell me what is going on.
Baby, we're not talking about this until she's out of here.
My pleasure.
Would you please sit down?
I don't want to sit.
Sit down!
And stay there.
Hey, what's with the yelling going on out here?
Frank and I have to straighten out.
You see the sign here? It says, we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone, and that means her.
You want to talk about rights, Frank? Your rights? Too bad. We're going to talk about my rights. I am up here, dividing myself into a dozen pieces to please everybody in this room. We're going to have a family meeting. And we're going to discuss what Buzz Cooper can live with. So pull up a chair, because this may take a while.
You don't have to go home. We can go straight to the airport.
But I haven't even packed yet.
No, the only thing we need for New York is ourselves.
Okay, well, can I at least get changed? I mean, I can't go like this.
No, sorry, you
into a
look
big
beautiful. And
restaurant.
anyway, anything that we need, we can buy there. So come on, let's go.
Right.
Let's go. Come on.
He knows I'm Peter's
I didn't hear everything that was said between Billy and Vanessa and your uncle. All I know is Ed was very upset.
I can't take this, Dylan. I can't take this. I mean, Billy and Vanessa promised me that no one would find out about
They
this.
didn't tell him. He already knew.
I gotta get out of here.
No, wait, Bridget.
He's probably on his way over here right now, Dylan.
You gotta face him sometime.
After I have lived with him for this long, I can't. He's not gonna understand. He's not. Will you please just stay here, take care of the place, okay? Please.
Okay.
It's on the house, thank you. You can stay here.
I don't want to stay here. This is your headache, your family. It's quite obvious they want nothing to do with me, which is absolutely fine because I don't need them.
But I do. And I need you to be here.
You're asking an awful lot. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I do.
You're a real piece of work, Jenna. You know that? After everything my father's done for you. Look at him. You got him acting so grateful because you give him a few precious minutes of your time. In this business about not needing our family, may I remind you that you are staying at my sister's house rent-free, which does not belong to Buzz. And maybe we should talk about that, Dad, at this family meeting you want to have so bad, huh?
I don't know. Deanie, what do you say? Think we should talk this through? Personally, I am sick to death of slinking around like some pimply-aged teenager who's hiding some dirty magazine under my bed. You know? I got no secrets. I have not hidden a damn thing here. I have been up front with all of you, but it's your call. Think it's finally time to clear the air?
Honey, this is something we have to do.
I'm sorry. I know you must hate me for what I did.
couldn't hate you if I tried. I was angry when I first heard about this, but now I'm more numb than anything else, and why wouldn't I be? I mean, you got pregnant, you had a baby, and you didn't feel that you could come and say a word of it to me. Now what am I supposed to make of that?
I don't know. I know you're upset.
It just kills me that you felt that you had to go through this all by yourself, and you didn't have to. But I should have known. I should have been able to figure out what was going on.
How? How could you figure this out?
Because there were certain things that I did see this past year. I mean, things that you said, little things, a look in your eyes, but I was too self-absorbed. I did not take the time to try to figure out what was wrong.
I kept wanting to tell you about the baby. I was just waiting for the right time.
Well, this is it, huh? Come on. Tell me.
Ouch, that's too tight.
Well, if I do it any looser, you'll skate right out of them.
Why can't Tangy help me? Because she's helping me.
Oh, no.
Let's go, guys. It's gonna be tomorrow before you get on the ice.
All right, you're
Skate.
right.
Mine are on already. What's the big deal? All right, wait.
Careful.
Hey.
Walk, okay?
You all right?
Wait for me! Wait for me!
All right, wait, Melinda. Josh, just hold it for a second, all right? There's something I want to tell you, but I didn't want to do it in front of the kids. I want you to take a look at this.
Is that a bullet?
Yeah, it's a bullet, all right, but it's not just any bullet. This is the bullet that Eve Guthrie removed from Roger's chest.
I don't understand.
I knew that Roger had to take Billy's gun and fire it at least once before he put it in the shed, so that the police would find fresh gunpowder on it, right? But then it occurred to me what he must have done afterwards. He took the bullet that he fired from Billy's gun, and he switched it with the one that came out of his chest. That's why Billy's gun matched with the bullet in the ballistics tests. I just wish that I figured it out before we went to the police.
Well, how do you know that this one is the bullet that Eve took out of his chest? I mean, where did you find it?
I went to the old Jessup farm with Eve. I asked her to show me exactly where Roger was when she took the bullet from him. I figured that if he made the switch, the bullet probably was somewhere around there. And that's where it was.
Wait a minute, Nick. Hart had dozens of guns around there. He used to shoot them all the time. How do you know the slug wasn't one that was just lying around?
Yeah, you're right, Dylan. Apart from the fact that this is the same caliber bullet and that it was in the exact same place, there's no way for me to know at this time that this is definitely the bullet. That's why I need to do some tests. But I have to do it fast because I saw Roger and Bridget both together at the farm.
You saw Bridget?
Yeah.
What was she doing there?
I don't know, Dylan. But it was pretty obvious that Roger knew what I was up to.
Let's get this bullet analyzed, all right? See if there's any traces of Roger's blood on it.
If it has his blood on it, will that clear Daddy?
Well, I hope so. But I do have another problem. I have to find somebody that will do the test without asking a lot of questions.
Why can't Eve just run the test?
Well, I don't think that she's too keen on helping us a second time.
Give it to me, I'll get it done.
Where are you going to take it?
What does it matter? Besides, I don't think you'll like my answer anyway.
No, Melinda, look. I
Nick,
don't
this
want
is
a
my
problem here,
father's
all right?
life we're talking about, okay? Give me the bullet.
Vanessa.
It's funny. I know my mind should be full of questions, and I can only think of one. Were you hiding that bottle here in the bedroom all along? That's the one place I never thought to look. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't want to be right.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I did it. But you weren't Right, because what you just saw out here is the first time that I've had a drink in almost 3 years since I've been sober. I'm telling you, I don't know, the pressure of the last few weeks, I just couldn't handle it. Going to jail, all the news, coming back here and not knowing how long. This thing with Thorpe going after everything that I cherish and that I care about. It's 6 o'clock. You can't go to bed at 6 o'clock, honey.
Oh, no, no, I didn't realize how late it was. I thought of another question. Why did Roger say to me that you were drinking?
What?
Don't put that up there!
I don't believe this one thing, this one mistake, and you're gonna sit and take Roger Thorpe's word over mine? Do you realize that this guy is lying through his teeth to put me in jail? You're gonna be the only thing between him and Peter.
Oh, I know. No, I know that. As a matter of fact, I remember now why I came up here in the first place. Nick told me something downstairs.
Why are you listening to Nick? I've had no use for him since he put Mindy through the ringer. He's always looking to get me in hot water. What? What did Nick say about me, Nessa?
Nothing. I mean, he didn't tell me that you were drinking. Is that what you thought I was going to say? When did it really start? Was it New Year's Eve when you and Nick went out? Or was it way before?
All right, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth because you deserve to know. One of the guards in the jail last night saw that I was having trouble sleeping, so he offered me a nip out of his flask. He didn't know. I was a wreck. I didn't turn him down. And then, listen to me. When I came up here last night, I mean now, today, to take a shower, get changed, I found a bottle out here on this patio. I don't know who left it. Maybe it's Josh. And I don't know what went on, but I just picked it up. I don't know where I was. I swear to you, that's the truth. That bottle is gone, and I am not going to have another drink from this second on. I'm going to go to AA tomorrow. I swear to you, we'll just forget this entire thing.
Stop talking. Good. Okay. Josh doesn't walk around this house with pint bottles sticking out of his pockets. That's what you used to do. And I could never figure out if you really thought that you were hiding it. Or whether you really believed that that was all you were going to need to drink. But even though it might have been your second, or your third, or your fourth, what's the matter with you? Do you think that I'm a blind person? Do you think that I haven't seen? Do you think that I haven't seen that smile that's not a smile and that look on your face? Do you think that I need Roger Thorpe or Nick to tell me that you are drinking? Billy? Do you think that I don't have my own eyes?
Do this, Vanessa. Please, do you know how it feels to have everything you love just slipping through your fingers? Do you?
I think I do.
Well, what are you doing? You want the truth? You want the real truth? I think you know it. I know it. You're feeling guilty because you lied to me. You lied to me about Peter and his father. Hector did do that to me, and you kept doing it until you got caught. I'm only human, Vanessa! I'm only human!
Get out of my way! You're not human, and I have to look at you one more time, I'll get sick!
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
So after all the craziness died down with Nadine, Billy and Vanessa got back together and I agreed to let them adopt Peter. I had 6 months to change my mind legally. But that's over now. It's too late for me to get him back now.
Is that what you think that I wanted you to do to get Peter back from Billy and Vanessa?
I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. Are you gonna make me tell my parents?
I don't want to make you do anything. I'm just trying to understand why you didn't want to tell them in the first place.
I wanted to tell Aunt Maureen, but I was too late. I was there at the house the day of the funeral.
When?
I didn't want anyone to see me. I just wanted to make sure that you and Michelle were okay. I wanted to see you guys, and I was 8 months pregnant, so I just stood outside and looked at you guys through the window.
Why didn't you come in? If you'd been able to come inside, don't you know that I would have tried to move heaven and earth to help you?
You had so much on your plate, Uncle Ed. You were alone. Michelle was so upset and angry, and I couldn't come to you. I couldn't ask you this. It was too much, so I chickened out.
But don't you understand it might have been the best thing for all of us to have a little baby to try and take care of?
I was afraid. I was afraid of what you might say. I guess I still am.
But you were afraid that I was going to condemn you, that I was going to second guess your decision?
I don't know.
Well, please try to understand, because it's hard for me to figure out why you couldn't come to me for something that's this important.
I tried to come to you again, Uncle Ed. On Thanksgiving. Do you remember I asked you what you thought about me quitting school and having someone else come live with us?
You're talking about when I came down on you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about when you wouldn't even listen to me, when you just wouldn't listen.
I'm sorry. I am really sorry, but you've got to understand that this is not an excuse, but that day was a really difficult day for me.
Well, you know, it was no piece of cake for me either. That was my last day to decide about the adoption. That was my last day.
Well, how was I to know that? I mean, I just assumed, obviously.
Yeah, you assumed. You assumed that when I was talking about that, I was talking about having some guy come move in with us, and that's when I realized that you still think that I am that same stupid girl who came to live with you 2 years ago.
That's not true.
Oh, yeah, I know what you think of me, Uncle Ed.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. People can't be around you for more than 5 minutes without knowing exactly what you think of them. And if you want to know why I couldn't come to you, I think this should answer your question, all right?
I'm not helping you.
Roger is trying to frame my father for shooting him.
So you take the bullet down to the police station, they test it?
No, I can't do that. Roger already suckered us one time. I have to make sure that this is the right bullet before we take it to the police. Do you understand how important this is?
I understand, yes. I just can't possibly fathom why you think I would raise an arm to help you.
Because you almost killed me, Eve, and I let you walk away. If I'd have pressed charges against you last year, you wouldn't be sitting here all comfy and cozy on the couch reading poetry. You'd be doing some very hard time in a cold cell. I helped you. And now I need you to help me clear my father.
I have already paid my dues. If you know anything about me at all, you know that this town has treated me like a social leper, and that is because of you.
Okay, look. If you'll do this for me, I'll be your biggest fan in this town. Whenever anybody asks me about you, I'll say wonderful things, and I'll even let you be my maid of honor at my wedding if you'd like.
Wow, you really are desperate, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Please, Eve, if you'll do this for me, you can name whatever you want and I'll do it. I'll keep my word.
You've been down here a long time.
Yeah, I know. I needed some time to myself.
I was worried. I figured you left. I don't think I could handle it if you left me, Vanessa.
I made some coffee. I was just about to bring it up to you. Why don't you go on upstairs? I'll bring it up. I'll be up in a few minutes. Mary. Yes, hi, it's me. Mr. Lewis is fine, and I wanted to thank you for giving us this evening alone together. And I wanted to tell you that I need you tomorrow morning. Yeah. Yes, bright and early, please. Mary, I want you to plan to stay here for a while. Thank you.
You have something to say, sweetheart?
Yes, actually. This is very difficult for me because I love you, Buzz, and Nadine so much, and, well, it is because I love you so much that I cannot pick sides. I just do not like what is happening to our family. And Jenna, I do not know you very well, and I'm sorry to say that what I do know about you, I do not like very much. That is not to say that I think you should go homeless or hungry just because of what is happening with you and Buzz. And with all due respect, Buzz, I do not think that a family meeting and us voting on things and giving our opinion is going to solve the problem. I feel that the only two people who can solve these problems are you and Nadine. Besides, all the family wants is for you to both be happy. So if I have a vote, I vote that Nadine and Buzz solve their problems and that the family supports them in whatever they decide.
Yes, this is Hope's son, Alan Michael Spaulding. I know that you designed all of my mother's clothing, and I'd like to order a new dress. No, not for my mother. For, well, actually, it's for a friend.
Oh, right, like she's not gonna know the difference.
Yes, actually, I need it for this evening, if at all possible. Something, yeah, something very special.
I'm only
a dinner
letting you
dress.
buy me dinner, not a dress.
No, not black. I think something maybe a little softer, maybe pink.
Pink? Have you ever seen me wear pink in my entire life?
You know, I think maybe the black dress would probably be a lot better. What size are you?
I'm not letting you buy me a dress.
She's a small. 4? Size 4? Yeah, that's probably...
Size 2. Thank you very
Size 2.
much.
Size 2. The neckline.
Well, she's probably gonna make one of those squared off necklines. Like
Anything but a squared off
people wear.
neckline would be great. Oh, that sounds very nice. Yes, that sounds great.
What does it sound like? It's not velvet, is it? Because I break out.
No, silk dress, size 2, black. That sounds perfect. Okay. I'll have a messenger come over and pick it up. Great. Listen, you wouldn't by chance know if my mother's in town? Oh, okay. No, it's probably just as well. We're not going to be in town very long as it is. Wouldn't get to see her anyway. Okay, thank you very much for your help. Bye. Okay, I know you were listening, so what do you want to know about my mother?
I just didn't know that she lived in New York.
Yeah, she spends a lot of time in Europe.
How come you never talk about her?
Because I don't get to see her that much.
Why not?
I think it's because we both want it that way.
Because it didn't sound like that to me. I mean, it sounded like you kind of missed her.
Yeah, well, you start to get used to it after a while. Here, look, the lights are... See, you can see a couple of cities there.
Look out, Michael. I don't have a clue where my mother is, and I know Buzz was never in jail, but he sure was close a lot of times. Just in case he thought that you were the only one that had to get used to something.
Since you're all so determined to ignore Jenna, I'd like to know what she has to say.
No, thank you.
No.
You've made such a point about my staying at Harley's place, Frank, that I think that I would like to let you know that I plan on reimbursing her because it's a very temporary situation. Actually, and furthermore, while I'm also aware, painfully aware, that most of you in this room find my feelings irrelevant, I am not unsympathetic to yours.
Well, we all appreciate that.
No, I don't think you do. I didn't know my father. That was his choice, not mine. He found it easier not to have me in his life. But Buzz could have done that to you, but he didn't. Now, I know how much this place means to all of you, this neighborhood diner. To tell you the truth, actually, as far as I'm concerned, I have absolutely no fascination with it whatsoever, and if I didn't have to step foot in here ever again, I'd be quite happy. But I'm also very aware, as I'm sure all of you are, that in many ways this is the center of Buzz's life. And I wouldn't think of having him abandon this or his family. And I think it would be very foolish and very short-sighted of all of you if you expected him to abandon me at the door.
You know, this is funny. This is a laugh riot. I mean, I spent most of my life hating this place. And here I am fighting my own flesh and blood for the privilege to be able to walk in this door. Why? Because I walked out on you? No. Are you mad at me because I didn't come back soon enough? No. You all know how long I've worked and how hard it's been for me to earn your trust and respect. No. No, you're mad at me because I've disappointed you. And I'm sorry for that. I'm very sorry. But I have committed no crime, and I've done nothing behind your backs. And I think you ought to listen to what Eleni said about Deanie and I settling this between ourselves. And as for Frank, you want the impossible. You want it to be the way it was, or the way you want it to be. And the way you're going to do that is passing a law that makes her invisible. But that's sad. Not only because it's not going to happen, but because all the important things remain unchanged. I mean, if I were to walk out that door right now and somebody were to ask me, who are you? I'd say I am your father, and Harley's father, and Lucy's father. I'm your father-in-law, and Mallet's father-in-law. I am a nephew to a man I revere. And I fell in love with my childhood sweetheart, Nadine Corley, and had the good sense to marry her, from which all this came. The latest of which is a dark-eyed, beautiful young girl who is my granddaughter. That is who I am. None of you can deny that. Nothing has changed that, or ever will.
I do respect you, Dad. But contrary to what you might believe, I am not holding on to some illusion of you and Mom. But I love her, too. And being that she's sleeping underneath my roof right now, I have seen how all of this has affected her. You haven't heard her cry herself to sleep at night. You haven't seen her walk around in some kind of daze not knowing what to do. And you say it's fine that nothing's changed for you, but it has for her. All I'm asking is for you just to be a little bit more sensitive and just to give it some more time.
All right. I love you all for being so concerned about me.
But Frankie, I do not walk around in a daze. I'm just learning how to keep things to myself a little bit more. Well, you always used to complain, all of you, that I always popped off and said the first thing that entered my head. I don't do that anymore. I'm trying very hard to think first. And maybe you have heard me cry sometimes at night, but that was probably just because of that book that Harley sent me. You know, the one with all the sad parts in it. It had some very sad parts in it. But if you listened long enough, you would have realized that it had a lot of happy parts in it, too, and I was laughing, too. Because it was just so damn funny, you know? It's all just like life, you know? I mean, it's a real mixed bag. So I'm very glad that we have this opportunity to clear the air, and I think it's time to get down to brass tacks. I do believe I have a solution to this problem. I'm glad that Jenna decided to stay, because I think it's very important for her to hear what I have to say.
Oh,
here.
Thanks. Listen, I was wrong. I was wrong to blame you for my drinking. But you gotta believe me, Roger was lying to you, Vanessa. I never took a drink before tonight. I mean, not one drop. I mean, why would I do it? Why would I risk everything that It's one night. That's it. And this is done with. Vanessa, I'm gonna go right into detox. If that's what it takes to make you know that I mean what I'm saying.
I know you mean it. I know that. Billy, I have to ask you for a promise, okay? I want you to promise me that when you're drinking, you won't be around the children.
That's not a problem, because I'm not gonna be drinking. I told you.
I have to get your promise.
Vanessa, I told you, it's done with. All right, I promise. I won't drink around the children. But that is not gonna happen.
Thank you. Now, you said you wanted to shower and change, and why don't you do that now?
I did. I want to get some of the jail dust off me.
Yeah, okay. And I'll see you downstairs.
Wait. Hey, come on, it's not that bad. Am I that disgusting to you that you won't kiss me? You can't kiss me?
Of course not.
For a star, how Tanya Harding's cover-up was blown after lunch with the FBI. Plus, Oprah's elegant 40th birthday bash turns into a Hollywood slumber party. Reach for a star. See Di blow her top as Charles dumps his mistress. Reach for a star. Why Married with Children star Katie Seagal's pregnancy has her worried. Plus, the Jacksons. Michael's sexy dance partner says, I tried everything to seduce him. And is Sister Janet Jackson hiding a secret baby? Reach for a star.
First of all, it was never my intention to keep you at arm's length from your family. I could never do that to you, Buzz. And Jenna is absolutely right. The more that we all keep saying how much we can't stand the sight of them together, the less we're going to see of Buzz around here. And we don't want that. He works here. He belongs here. His father built this place from the ground up, and he's got a son and a daughter-in-law, a little granddaughter, who all need him. We all do. So, as far as I'm concerned, if Buzz wants to bring Jenna around here, let him. It's fine with me. And Jenna, if you want to stay on over at Harley's, then do it. It's fine. But I think you ought to be paying some kind of rent. Don't you? I mean, it's not fair to take from this family without giving something back. So maybe it's time you figured out how you're going to earn your keep.
Well, there are several options that I've been considering.
Well, I was thinking about something a little more concrete, like a job. Now, if you're having trouble finding a job, there are plenty of things to do around here. Learning how to wash dishes is not hard, and the floor needs waxing once a week. There are deliveries that have to be made.
Jenna can find her own job. As a matter of fact, that's what we were talking about before this mess started.
Fine. Well, then, might I ask, without trying to be pushy, when was she planning on starting?
Tomorrow.
Oh, great! But then it's settled. This family meeting is adjourned. You know, I think we should do this more often. It was a big success, don't you think?
I'm sorry.
Don't you ever apologize to me.
No, I am sorry. Uncle Ed, it's hard for me to be honest with you because, I mean, if you're going to be getting mad at me about missed curfews and parking tickets and stupid stuff, then how am I supposed to come to you and tell you that I had a baby?
You've got to hope that I do better on the big stuff, I guess. I don't know. Got to hope that I take care of the big things better than the little things, and please tell me I have taken care of some things. Look, I just like to fix people who are in trouble, Bridget. I do it for a living. I'm a doctor. But obviously it bleeds over into my private life, and I'm not nearly as good at it as I like to pretend I am.
No, you are. You're very good at it. You're very good. Okay, it's just that when you fix someone, you want them to stay fixed. You want them to be perfect, and I'm not perfect. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect.
Don't. I don't need you to be perfect. I don't need anybody to be perfect because God knows I'm nowhere near it myself. But what I do need is for you to tell me where we go from here. You gotta tell me how I can make this up to you.
I don't think there's anything to make up. Okay, I'm fine. And my baby has a good home, and he's safe, and he's happy. It's just his home is with me now, okay?
My, look at you. Look at you. What are you doing up? What are you doing up, my love? Come. Come.
Are the kids still skating?
Yeah, they were doing
I ran some preliminary tests, and I'd like to run a couple more. But if I was to take an educated guess, I'd have to say that the blood on the bullet is probably Roger's.
I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it. Thank you, Eve.
Just remember, I'm gonna hold you guys to your promise.
I'll call Vanessa. You get that bullet over to the police station.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Wait. I think we should think this through.
What is there to think about? That bullet as evidence.
That bullet won't clear Billy.
Well, you don't know that. At the very least, it will prove that Roger lied, that he tried to frame my brother.
It's not going to prove that he's innocent. But it's all we've got. Even though Roger is still the only eyewitness.
All right, what now? We know that Roger's not going to back out of his eyewitness statement, if that's what we're waiting for. Not unless he's forced to.
What are you thinking?
I think it's about time that we apply a little pressure to Roger Thorpe ourselves.
Hey. You all right?
How'd it go?
Fine.
Fine.
Yeah, it was okay. Dylan, I don't want to talk about this. Okay, I just feel like I got hit by a truck or something.
All right.
Would you give Vanessa a message for me?
Sure.
She's really worried that Roger's gonna find Hart and try to get him to contest the adoption. So just tell her that he doesn't know where Hart is. He told me that himself, so she has nothing to worry about, okay?
This has been Guiding Light. Jewelry provided by Irwin Pearl.